Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Good to be back. Good to be back. Another week. It's December. 7th of December, I believe. We're a week into December already. Wow. It's that season. Getting hotter here, getting colder in the north. So, hope everyone's had a great week. We're back talking about YouTube, talking about creating stuff content-wise. And I'm looking at my teleprompter right now. And now that I'm wearing glasses, I can see little spots on it. And that's annoying me. That's something to sort out after the stream. So I hope everyone's had a great week. Okay, that music's tapering off. I thought my hearing was going for a second. So, anyway. Because I can really hear it. I'm testing out these new monitors. First time using them in a stream. So instead of wearing the old school headphones, which I still like wearing the headphones, this is sort of a little bit more discreet. Plus, it sits a lot better if I'm wearing my glasses, which is good because I can see everything clearly today. This is going to be fun. Reading all the comments. And speaking of comments, let's jump into the chat right now, see who we've got with us. Let's bring up that. Yeah, we've got the creative mix music in the background. We'll just drop it in low. Well, that's very low. Don't know if anyone can hear that. I'm having trouble hearing it. Maybe there. We'll see how it goes there. All right. The chat is scrolling. Let's jump in, see who's here. The first person to come by and comment. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's not. Not the first, but the first one picked up by the software was Legal Minded Friends. Karen Cole, welcome. And then also before the stream, we had Aaron's House of Fun. Says he has a chat problem. I'm not sure what sort of chat problem that is. I need to get rid of that. I just had the pop up over everything. Who else? Kevin Hawthorne, as always, before the stream coming in, letting us know that he's here and ready to go. Also, live streaming consultants, good morning. Anfield Road, layout near Loft. Got stream on, working on train layout. Big thumbs up. Hope you're having a good day, Lee. Tiffany's here, a girl and her passport in the house. Welcome. Larry, Home Rapid Repair, is here. iPhone Chris is here as well. Welcome, welcome. iCast Enterprises, Jason's here as well. Monique's here as well. Jennifer's here as well. Are we ready for some double Doug dares? You never know. You never know. Shark Scrap is here right at the start. Welcome, Annie. Good to see you. Okay, coming in loud and clear, says Kevin. That's good to hear. Yeah, I won't have red ears today. That's right. I won't be like sweating in the ear cups of the headphones. We also got Jerry. Jerry's in the house. Welcome, welcome. Keep scrolling here. And Aaron's got a question already. Didn't put a Q in front, but I realized it was a question. So let's hit that. Seeing we're going down the list here. I think we've hit most of the people coming in. If not, I'll hit you in a second. For some reason, the chat is showing up in my computer, but it won't let me chat. See comments or even close the chat. How do I fix this? I'm assuming that's just on your computer. You're able to drop comments and interact normally on another device, which I'm assuming you're doing, maybe your phone or something. So that's a good question. Chat is showing up on my computer, but it won't let me chat. So you can't type in the chat. You can't see comments or even close the chat. I would try and close the browser down, do restart the browser first of all, come back to the stream, see if that helps. If not, it could be a Chrome or whatever browser you're using issue. If it's working fine on mobile, working fine for everybody else, it's unlikely it's a YouTube issue. So I would say it's probably something to do with the browser itself. Is some sort of conflict, maybe a conflict with a plugin or something like that. If it persists, but maybe a refresh of the browser might fix that. To see how you go with that. Worst case scenario is rebooting the whole computer and see if that makes a difference. Apart from that, I'm not sure what else you could do. Just try those general troubleshooting ideas and see how you go. And update, Doug. I got the email today that they are refunding my money. Amazing. That's good news. That's the good news. When you get charged unexpectedly and then you ask for it to be refunded, you would hope that gets done expediently. So hopefully that comes through quickly for you. Is the rain gone again? Then the rain. I'm assuming the wet weather we had here, or is that there's a something that I'm missing. It's all good, all good. Let's get caught up in the chat. Just flip the wires behind you, Doug, and you wouldn't be able to tell you had them on. Yeah, that's true. I threw them on in a hurry, so like I could like flip them around, but I'm sort of comfortable where they are now. So, no, Chantel's was out. She said she was going to be out at her husband's one of her husband's Christmas dues for one of his social clubs. So she wasn't sure if she was going to be here on time or not. So she'll probably wander in fashionably late. So yeah, she should be here at some point. If she's not here for my stream, she'll be here for next stream. Yeah, that's as I was putting them on, I'm like, I don't really wear them on a stream a lot in the studio. It's just I just lucked out that I happened to light myself not directly in front. I've got two side ones, and so if I turn enough, you'll get a little bit of reflection of something there, but I think it's more for my screen than the lights, so that's always good. Frankie over 50's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can even read the comments on my teleprompter today. This is awesome. That's what happens. Wear your glasses and you can read things. All right. Karen Cole says that she's had that problem with the chat as well, and a refresh worked in that case. Yeah, sometimes just a refresh. The song reference. Yeah. I got the song reference, but I thought there was something prompting it. Where are we? Oh, that's good. Shark Scrapper says, yeah. Sometimes you gotta hit those obligations that are not YouTube. Sam B is in the house. Welcome, Sam. Good to have you here. I really don't have my glasses on. I don't even know. Like usually when because these are big 27, 28 inch. I got two of them screens here, and generally I can see good enough that I don't need my glasses. But for live streaming, and I've got a lot going on, the chat is crystal clear. I don't know why I haven't done it sooner. Okay, let's keep going through here. Yes, I can see clearly now. I get it now. Look, I got the song reference, but I didn't know that's in reference to me saying that. Oh, those are fighting words. Live on YouTube too is here as well. Welcome, welcome. iPhone Chris has got a question, and see how Chris has put a Q in front. I knew it was a question straight away. So if you have a question for me, make sure you throw that Q in front. And then I'll be able to pick it out super quick out of the chat. Do you have StreamYard? I'm using what is called Ecamm Live. You know what? Now that I say that, I haven't turned on all the things. Usually after the intro, I like to slide in the show logo, because that's why the chat's offset like that, so it fits the show logo in there. So I'm glad I was paying attention to that. So there's a show logo. It is Creator Breakfast Live, in case you're wondering what the heck you're watching. But no, I'm not using StreamYard. I'm using Ecamm Live, because I'm on a Mac. I haven't used StreamYard in a little while. I have logged into my account a couple of times, but I don't have an active subscription at the moment, so I tend not to wear it. Yeah, I see that. So I'll put it up there as requested. I can read everything so clear. Absolutely. Monique says she usually wears her contacts. Hate making videos with my glasses on. Yeah, I usually don't use them for wearing glasses, but I think I've made a couple. So generally not, particularly if I'm here, because I don't need to, unless I'm reading off a screen, which I recorded a video today. I re-recorded I think for the third time, because I think a couple of weeks ago I actually recorded a video about gifts powered by Jules in the live stream, and I think I recorded that. I decided I was going to redo it. I wanted to go a little bit of a different direction, so I redid it last night on my iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is hooked up to play the music right now. And it was late. I wasn't really feeling it. So I deleted it and I re-recorded it again today in the studio this time because I was elsewhere. That's why I was on my mobile using this camera. Come up with a concept, and now I've got to edit that so I can get that out for you guys at beginning of the week. That's the plan. So yeah, I'll be covering that. We'll be talking about that briefly today as well, because it did come up in the YouTube news again today. So we'll be hitting that very soon. There's not a lot this week, and I'll tell you why there's not a lot this week. Pop up the queue so Doug can see it clearly. That's the operating instructions. Amazing Yacht Destinations is here as well. Welcome, welcome. Here we go. Oh, yes. I have been reliably told by people who have tested lights and that, do not use ring lights. Ring lights are terrible. They especially if you wear glasses, even if you don't and you've got really reflective eyes, they can put like circles in your eyeballs and or on your glasses, and it just looks strange. So that's what I'm told. I've never tried it because I haven't bought a ring light. Oh, someone just bought Doug a coffee. And coming in from Buy Me a Coffee, iPhone Chris has dropped 3 coffees. Chris, thank you so much for the 3 coffees. Appreciate that. I'll be making myself a hot cup of something right after the stream as we get settled in for Nick and Dee's show coming up in... Oh, when is that coming up? That's coming up in about an hour and 20 minutes from now. But for now, it is warm weather, so I am drinking chilled water. That is the streaming drink of choice today. But in between streams, I'll probably be making some sort of other beverage, and so that'll help get that beverage into me. So appreciate the coffees. The coffees get converted to something that I can put in my body. Usually liquid. Usually a beverage. Okay, there's a question here. Creator Classroom says, I have 6 shorts for this week that tie to the video that publishes on Monday. Should I share one each Tuesday to Saturday, or should I share 2 each Tuesday to Thursday? Now, I remember, Jennifer, the other day we were offline and we talked about this particular question, and that's my coffee light's just gone yellow there, sort of behind my microphone. That was from Chris's coffees, so that's the extra. That's the coffee. That's the Buy Me a Coffee light there. It's gone yellow for Buy Me a Coffee. That'll go back to blue at some point. So yeah, and I know you got 6 shorts ready, and then so it was do I release 1 a day or do I do 2 a day? And so you're suggesting now that you could do it next week, Tuesday to Saturday. So that's the 6. Also, let me bring that back up. It's disappeared. I want to pull that back up. There we go. Or should I share 2 each Tuesday to Thursday? That's a good question. I remember we talked about you you might have a 6 and another 6, so you could try doing maybe the first week doing single days, and then the second week doing 2 a day. You know what? I would probably the first time around, I'd probably do the single days, which is sort of what I said before. So I'd do 1 a day, Tuesday through Saturday. And then what I might do is, if I get the opportunity and you have another 6, maybe you're only going to have the 6. But if you do have a second lot of 6, then I would test them out. And what I might do is, maybe if there's 2 a day, just maybe 2 every second. You could do 2 every second day, or you could just do 2, 2, 2. 3 days in a row. I think they're all good, because I think you just have to test the different patterns to see whether that makes a difference to your audience, or whether they realize that you've posted that many a day, whether they are looking at shorts on a regular basis, or just once a day, or maybe once or twice a week. you know, because not everybody watches shorts. But obviously, the good thing about shorts is they also help bring in new viewers, new subscribers. So you could be reaching new audience that just wants those one tip per short videos rather than your video that has like a 10 or a dozen short tips in, you know, like 10 to 20 minutes. So yeah, so breaking them up into that short format, I think you can be flexible. I don't think there's a fast rule as to which way to go. You just decide which way you want to test. This first time around, I would probably just go one a day, just to keep it simple, and then just see how they perform. And then next time you have 6 from a single video, you can maybe say, well, maybe this time I will try the 2 a day, and then see how that goes. So I think starting off with just the simplest pattern to see what the response is the way to go. But, you know, you can be flexible. I don't think that's a hard and fast rule. That's just probably what I would do. Let's see. If I put my glasses on, I'd have to back up 3 feet from the monitor. Yeah, that's right, because, you know, the glasses have different purposes for different reasons. And like, I need mine to see stuff a short distance, like my phone, if I'm reading a book or something. Stuff that's further out when I'm driving, I don't need glasses at all. They're like, it's perfect. It's just the in-close stuff. Probably from doing YouTube and looking at computers and computer screens. Although, to be honest, the last 25 years I have sat in an office looking at a computer screen all day. So, you know, I shouldn't blame YouTube for my failing eyesight. SMA Skies here. Hi everybody. For me on mobile, the chat will disappear before chatting, or if I minimize the chat, closing the chat and reopening the chat from top messages to all messages will bring it back. Okay, that's good feedback. Yeah, I think my credits are expiring sometime soon as well. And I was mucking around with last week's stream, see what sort of clips I could get out of it. I think it was last week's stream. It was either last week or the week before. Might have been the week before. Livestream Consultant says, have you seen the Bermuda shorts start to show up on YouTube Shorts yet? I have not seen any off the top of my head. Yes, I have seen some. I've seen some of Nick's one on his Nim and Extra channel, where he's starting to put some of the longer ones that he couldn't get out before because it was limited to a minute. I've seen some of those rolling out. I have seen a few others, so they are getting out there. We do have another 3-minute shorts update in today's news as well. That's my cue to take a sip. There we go. Thank you. I've heard of creators getting... Here we go. I should actually pull it up before I start reading it. I have heard of creators getting demonetized for not providing enough creative content, i.e. they were just streaming live court feeds without commenting. Yeah, I think they want to see a certain level of, when it comes to monetization, they want to see that you're not just like taking somebody else's content and monetizing that. Drink some water. Thank you, whoever... who's dropping that? Thank you, live streaming consultants. I need that. I'm gonna take another drink, because when it tells me to drink some water, I need to drink some water. But yeah, I was talking to a couple of creators in my comments section this week, where they've been demonetized for reused content, and they do make their own content, so it's different to this again. But I understand, like, I watched some of those court feed videos from the US. A lot of them are there's a couple that I watch on a regular basis, and different channels cover the same sort of, the judges that actually make their court proceedings public and highlight like crazy situations and things. So I do watch some of that content, and there are different degrees of each channel, how much commentary they put in. Some do a really good job of adding commentary, and some just show the clips and maybe pop up some text. And some of that I think is borderline, because like, how much effort have you put into obviously they've trimmed it up so that it fits the video, they've cut out the boring bits and stuff like that, but you know, you could probably get AI to do that possibly these days. But I think reused content is a fine line, because the whole goal with AdSense is they don't want to monetize content that is actually have somebody get paid for somebody else's content. So if the courts are putting that content out and then people are reusing it, they need to definitely make some sort of transformation to that, so that they've put some sort of effort into making that content something slightly different to what it was before. It was just the court proceedings, but then there's commentary put on it. Maybe they're explaining legal terms, or maybe they're saying what a crazy situation something is, or commenting on a out there sovereign citizen or something else that's going on. These things, I think YouTube are at the moment hitting a few channels for reused content, and sometimes it's just because they can't tell that it was made by you. And that is something that I talked about on some of those previous live streams. The case study I did on Cali Plains, which is the video on how to do a video appeal. We used that case study for Cali Plains. Cali Plains got remonetized after doing that video appeal according to the instructions that YouTube gives, where he showed them how he does his live streams, and that it's him. He's out there in the park outside of San Francisco airport, and he's filming it and he's commenting. He's got his own face cam, that he's introduced that a little bit more regularly into the stream, so that people can see that and talk to him. He's talking to the viewers consistently, and so he was able to show his process in that video appeal, and then he was reinstated within 24, 48 hours, which is really good. Yeah, so the problem is reused content right now is that people are like, I think there are channels out there that are currently monetized that maybe shouldn't be, if you look at the what the reuse content rules are, or if you look at just generally what is and isn't allowed to be monetized in regards to using other people's content. So that's the thing that I've found that a lot of people ask me questions about because of the content that I made, and I even had about 3-4 weeks ago, I did a consult for somebody who was like starting up and was posting some stuff that wasn't their own, but they were also making their own stuff. So they wanted to understand how reused content works, so that they didn't fall into the same mistakes. And if there's any issues, how to do an appeal video if they needed to go to that point. And so that's something, and I don't have a lot of time to do consults for a lot of channels on that sort of thing. So it's something that I sort of know a little bit more about now that I've helped a few channels look at what they're doing, and maybe because I find people get done for reused content because they are reusing content, or secondly because YouTube can't tell that they're not using reused content, but they're in fact making their own content. It's just very generic, or it's not obvious because they don't appear in the videos or they don't speak in the videos, so it makes it harder for them to understand if it's just taken from somewhere else or whether they actually made it themselves. And that's sort of the what YouTube are trying to understand when it comes to like reuse content appeals. Okay, I need to get back to the chat. Shorts are heavily dependent on things going on, so don't bias based on anything you post on a holiday, etc. Yeah, that's true, because sometimes there's things going on, and so it's you should be testing things consistently at different times and different seasons, and going to the holidays. There's some interesting things going on. I haven't done any shorts in a while, so I thought, why not experiment December? Yeah, I think December's still a valid time to experiment, and because it's timed with the full length video, like we were talking about the other day. You want them to sort of be companion content for that main video. Not that you're trying to use shorts to get people there. Although if they do that and they want to go look at all the tips at once, then that option's there for them. Ooh, something different. We'll be waiting. We'll be waiting for those to drop. Yeah, I think the UK's having some weather right now. if that's what I'm understanding. I saw some streams from Manchester Airport that looked like they were getting hammered by a storm or something. If you haven't posted shorts in a while, start with 1 per day. Yeah, that's a good thought too. That would be my cadence, but I would stagger the time at first. Yeah, so maybe not drop them at 9 a.m. every day, but maybe drop one in the morning one day, another day drop it in the afternoon, maybe drop one in the evening, just to see if there's a better time. But in the end, people will come across that as they come onto YouTube. It's just that short. That's that short term. Are they Bermuda shorts or board shorts? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm familiar with the board shorts because back when I was younger, you went to the beach, you wore board shorts. Do community posts go out with a notification? I seem to only get a few. No, they don't get a notification. Posts don't get notifications. They will sometimes pop up in notifications as a rarity. But usually they'll just show up in because they show up in the subscription feed in chronological order with the videos. So if someone's looking at it on the subscription feed on their phone, they'll get all the community posts from channels that they're subscribed to will just be in that feed. And then some people, well, actually anybody, a viewer, can go in and actually say, hey, I just want to see all the posts in the subscription feed, or I just want to see all the shorts in the subscription feed, or I just want to see all the live streams in the subscription feed, which is really handy. But yeah, no, generally every time someone posts, they don't get a notification. It just shows up in their feed for them to discover. And then for the people who aren't like subscribed, they may get shown it in the home feed, in that little post area. If they're watching on desktop, it can also show up in a little area on the mobile as well in the home feed and that's particularly for channels who are subscribed but may have recently watched your content. They may put that post in front of them because they say, oh, that person watched that content recently, so they might be interested in that post. Hey, it's the Dogfather's Barbecue. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, we were Dogfather's Barbecue. We sat and had we're at it was Daniel's meetup. I know you're in Daniel's group. I'm in Daniel's group. We had our meetup there and hanging out at Vid Summit this year. Vid Summit's fun. Looking forward to it next year. Gonna be good. Gonna be good. I think I'll do double 3 straight days this week. Then the following week do one. Yeah, whichever. I think you can do it. You know, it's up to you. I think as long as you know that you're testing different frequencies and that you're just gauging the response and see if it does make a difference. If 2 a day is too much, or maybe 2 a day is perfectly fine. You don't know until you test it. Some people are just recording news. Yeah. If you start ripping off like the news on BBC or Sky News or anywhere where the news, Fox or CNN or whatever, and just repost that without any like context. Like if you're referring to something that was said in a news story and you're transforming it by applying commentary, or you're just using it to make a point rather than, hey, this is like just showing it and going, oh, if you're not transforming it anyway, then yeah, don't expect that to be monetizable in the long run. Particularly if you do that constant content consistently, they're gonna reassess your ability to stay in the YouTube Partner Program. That's one of those things. Yeah, but yeah, it's a slippery slope. That is good. It's currently 45 Fahrenheit, feels like 39. I know that's chilly, if I recall. I have to do the math in my head. Like if you said 45 Celsius, that is too hot. You need to make sure that you find somewhere cool and safe to get out of the heat. But yeah, 45 Fahrenheit, that's cool. That's very cool. That's cool and chilly. It's above freezing, but it's cool. 100%. It's called YouTube. That's it. What was it? What was it? The old motto of YouTube back in the day? It was broadcast yourself. It was all about you making something and putting it out there. And it's essentially like if you can start from that basic point and then build upon that, whether you're helping people, whether you're just doing entertainment or something, make sure you're not ripping somebody else's content, because it's like, somebody else put the hard work into that. You didn't. You shouldn't be putting it on your channel, whether you're monetized or not. So make sure that you put the you in YouTube. Oh, that's good news, Aaron. It got fixed from a refresh, as always. I'm trying to get caught up on this chat right now. Yeah. Like, if you want to, like, highlight something, and if you're providing, like, a discussion or a commentary about the thing, like, I see some value in that. But, yeah, if you're just ripping off, like, NASA's ISS feed or their feed of some launch or something, and it's like, yeah, NASA puts it out there free of charge for people to watch and for people to access. But if you're just using it without, you could take a snippet of the launch and use it to talk about what they're doing in a video. So take a snippet of it and use it and reuse it like that, where you're using that as an illustration, using that as context, or you're saying, hey, when it went up, did you see that piece fell off and that it was this part and this is what it means. If you're providing informational value, you're transforming that in that way, it's probably going to be okay. But yeah, just rebroadcasting other people's stuff is just so it's lazy, I think, is at best. Lazy at best. All right. No commentary, no voiceover, just, yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. I'll jump on them. On Bermudas. I think we're all talking about the same type of shorts. They're a little bit longer. They're not short shorts, but they're a little bit longer. In my experience, this community posts don't do well unless it's a quiz. Yeah, I really like quizzes, but I need to maybe do more regularly. I put one out the other day, if you hadn't noticed, a couple of days ago. Don't do well unless it's a quiz. People like to vote on quizzes and polls. Yeah, quizzes and polls is great. If you do like a straight video post, you won't see the analytics on that because people click the video, and so clicking the video will show up as a traffic source, as being a post, and that's how you'll see if they got a response, because it won't record that you interacted with it, because you're not leaving a comment on the post, you're leaving a comment on the video if you go to the video, and all sorts of things. So it doesn't record all the, even though they clicked on the video from the post, that's recorded, but it's recorded as a traffic source. It's not recorded as the post being interacted with. So that's why. So you got to take that information with a grain of salt when it comes to video posts versus, or polls and quizzes are very interactive, so people tend to click on those, which are the winners. You want that. That's what you want. You want to do that, or to comment, or both. Okay, I still don't have picture quiz yet. You do. I do. It's only on Android. So I can't make them on my iPhone. But I can make them on my Pixel 7, which is what I did. And I was trying to put them out a week, put that one post out a week ago to demonstrate it, and it just wouldn't post. And I waited till the YouTube app had updated a couple of times, and I tried it this week and it worked. And so I finally got it out. I wanted to get that out like a week or two back when I first got rolled out, and I found out, well, I can do it on an Android phone. So yes, it's only on Android for now. They will be rolling it out to iPhone. I just dropped that on my keyboard. I was waiting for something to like end stream or something. That would be crazy. So yeah, probably sometime in early 2025, you'll be able to do it on the phone, on desktop, like when they rolled out some of the other ones, like quizzes. I think did start on Android as well, and then rolled out to iOS and to desktop at a later time. Yeah, if you can get it out and start getting like people looking at it straight away, so getting it out, be mindful of where your audience is always good, no matter what the content is, whether it's a post or a video or a live stream. I'm just going to scroll a bit. There's a bit of talk about temperature. Oh, 7.22. Yeah, we would just round that to 7. we don't even think about half a degrees or anything when it comes to Celsius. We just go, it's 7.2, round it down to 7. If it was 7.8, we might round it up to 8. All right. We reviewed other people's mullets last week. Yeah, reviewing stuff and reacting to things, making it fun. Like if you're turning it into like entertainment, like and bringing out different like images of mullets, for example. There was a story on the news tonight about the mullet fest in New South Wales. That was on the news tonight, so that's very timely. All right. Ooh, -5. That's chilly. Doesn't get that cold here in winter. Where are we? Sort of having the breeze. Chantel Hill's in the house. Welcome. No one's put it up for a while, but I'm gonna hydrate. Welcome to the stream. I sent you the updated commands, and you're dropping them already. There we go. There it is. Hydrate. Yeah, added a few new gifs and some new links as well. Send it to you in Messenger. At some point, I'll have to post them to my website, like Chantel did with hers. I just haven't got to that point of actually being that organised. Oh, now we've had a good chit chat in the chat so far. Yes, it is like Pavlov's dog. You can share my channel. Feel free. If we need to do that, we will. Yes. Hashtag subscribe. I think that was the one that just popped up here. Here. But they pop up here. No, squirrel isn't one of mine. Squirrel isn't one of mine. All right. Let's change tax 1 minute. Let's look at. There it is. Added a few more Back to the Future theme ones because it's fun. All right. Oh, bestie breakfast. Awesome. Yeah. I'm waiting on the day where I can fix up my studio again and put my Back to the Future movie posters back behind me. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. Sam McLean's is in here. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Greg's here as well. G'day. All right. And Jerry says, we should spend more time. Oh, gee, we could maybe do a whole like Back to the Future discussion. Maybe that's on a different channel. I'll do it on a different channel, a Back to the Future channel. If I get highly motivated, maybe, but I've already got too many channels to do this. Oh, that's a scary thought. I don't know. I've seen a lot of AI generated fan fictiony sort of stuff, like reimagining it with Tom Holland as Marty McFly and what's his name, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. as Doc. I've seen those from a few years ago. Because they have good chemistry. There we go. We've already got people who are willing to participate. Look at that. Hey Doug, we could do a TV movies channel. We like a lot of the same stuff. Well, that's true. I think we cross over on like Star Trek and different things. So but then there's shows like you got into Supernatural. I haven't really watched much Supernatural at all. But I was watching a lot of the DC CW shows back in the day, like Arrow and Flash and whatnot. So, you know, I could talk about some of that stuff. Doctor Who. It's like, what do I keep on? And we watch a lot of all the NCISs. So there's all sorts of things going on. You could if you follow a handful of shows, you could be following those shows and talking about them. That's a whole other channel. Now that version of the tone, even though I played it manually before, that version of the tone only means one thing. Thank you for the super chat. Home Rapid Repair dropped a $5 super chat. Says, when you are talking time travel, you can rewrite it any way you want. Well, that's true. You can make time travel work to the rules that you set up. Yeah, they talked a little bit about that in Avengers Endgame. Like, that's not how it works in Back to the Future. This is the real world. Well, no, this is the Marvel universe. Absolutely. Actually, appreciate that. Thank you, Larry. All right. Before I get sucked into more conversations in the chat, let's jump in and address some of this news right now. So we're going to jump on over. The reason why there's not a lot this week is because there was no Creator Insider Newsflash video this week. They did make one video, which is about creator research, which is all about how to opt in, help build and test new features on YouTube. But no news to share at all or updates there. That was just something optional for people to maybe opt into if they wanted to participate in the experiments and features that YouTube are working on. But there was a couple of things that come up this week, either in observation or in social media about YouTube that we can look at in regards to creators. The first one is from me. There's me. I'm sitting on a bus a few days ago, and I saw somebody say, hey, you can make 3-minute shorts on the YouTube app now. And so I highlighted it, screenshot it, drew on it with my finger on my phone. Not everybody has this yet. It's sort of, they're just starting to roll that out. This wasn't supposed to be available until sometime 2025, so they're ahead of schedule. I don't know whether iPhone's getting it first or Android or whether it's on a channel basis. So there's no news officially from YouTube on it. It's just something that I observed and therefore took this screenshot on my phone a few days ago. So there's that. So you can check your YouTube app, make sure you're on the latest version for your phone, and just see if you can toggle the, I think it's still 15 seconds and then it's 3 minutes. So they've sort of removed the 60 seconds. I think that's what it is. Let me confirm that because I think that's important to know. Shorts. Yeah, it's 15 seconds and then you toggle it and I got 3 minutes. So that says 15 seconds. The other, there's only two toggles, 15 and 3 minutes. There's no longer a 60-second option, which sort of makes sense if your maximum is 3 minutes. Any other things about that? I haven't tested it out by making a short using that tool yet. Just observe that you have the ability to make it up to 3 minutes. So that's good news. All right, next one we got. Oh no. It duplicated the scene, but it didn't. Oh, what have I done? I've broken it. This is supposed to be a screenshot I took of. I don't have it. We'll skip that one. I'll save it for next week. I'm like, hit the button and nothing happened. It's because I duplicated the scene, renamed it, but for some reason I didn't. Like, I swear I added the graphic for it. But anyway. All right. The rest of the news this week is about one topic, and that is GIFs powered by Jules. Remember a few weeks ago on the stream, we talked about in detail how they announced that they're rolling it out in the US, and that had started around the 14th, 15th of November. they've now finished that rollout. So everybody in the US is in the YouTube Partner Program who are eligible can sign up for the virtual items module and activate gifts powered by Jules. And so this is some of the announcements, like on X, for example, the YouTube creators account said creators unwrap a new way to earn and engage. Gifts are now available to all eligible US creators in the YouTube Partner Program. Head to the Earn tab in YouTube Studio to turn on gifts on your vertical live stream. So remember, if you remember when we discussed that the other week, these gifts can only be bought and used on vertical live streams. So it's a very specific thing. It's a bit of a bummer, but hopefully in the future they will. Let's move that out of the way and do that. Team YouTube posted about it as well, said something new and shiny is here. Introducing gifts powered by Jules. With gifts, you can show love in your favorite creators to your favorite creators and create fun moments on vertical live streams. We've rolled this out for YPP creators in the US to start. So yeah, the full rollout to US YPP creators. So you can go, if you do vertical live streams, you can go and activate that right now if you're in the US. Right now, also, the other thing to note, I think it might be mentioned on the next screen. Let's have a look. This is one that was posted on Threads. This is by the main YouTube, and this was sort of directed at viewers. Live stream fans, there's a brand new way to show your favorite creators some love. This holiday season is called Gifts, which you can send on your favorite creator streams by purchasing Jules. And at the moment, though, only audiences in the US can buy Jules. So just temporarily. So once they roll out to more countries, those countries will then be able to buy Jules and send those gifts to creators anywhere else that are eligible. But right now it's only US creators that can receive them and US viewers that can buy them and send them. But that will expand as they roll it out to other countries. I think the rollout will be pretty quick. I reckon by the beginning of 2025, we might see a couple more countries added. They might roll that out to say, you know, what do they usually do? Go Canada, UK, maybe some European countries. They may continue to show some love to Australia and New Zealand, or maybe they'll go, add it to India or add it to some other place in Southeast Asia. There's a lot of countries there. I know there was a few countries that were testing this, so maybe they'll come on board as well, or maybe they're already on board. I'm not sure because they're not mentioned at all now, because I think one of the tests was in Brazil and they don't mention that. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is all about gifts. Also on Threads, YouTube creators account dropped something similar to what we had on X, but they have a bit of a thread here. They're talking about talking it up, saying you can activate these if you're in the YouTube Partner Program and live in the US. There are a couple of other eligibility requirements, which I'm going to go through in my video that I'm editing right now. That'll be coming out early in the week, where I'll go through and just break everything down. So like all the bits and pieces, eligibility, everything. Gifts equals instant interaction. Fans send them, you react. Vertical live stream becomes a party. It's not just about vibes. When fans send gifts, you earn money. Because remember, once they drop the gifts on a particular creator, the creator will earn what we call rubies, and a ruby is worth a cent. And so that's your money. That's guaranteed money to you. So if you get 1,000 rubies, that's $10 coming your way. And they keep going on about community and different things. There is some advantages to doing it this way. It keeps people in the live stream instead of going out to do a super transaction. They actually, if they've already bought the jewels, all they have to do is just drop them on the creator they want to drop them on during the stream. Have like one of these little animations that are on the screen here, like a disco ball, or the walrus, or the gold chalice or trophy. I don't know what they call that. There's other strange looking objects that I don't know what the heck they are. That's interesting. And finally, you can learn more by clicking the link, but you can learn more by watching my video when it comes out next week. Or in the week, at the beginning of the week, like in a couple of days, Monday, Tuesday. That's when it will be out. All right, I'm gonna jump back into the chat. jump back into the chats. All right. I made a batch of Rocky Road today. All the modding for the next 4 or 5 hours will be powered by coffee and Rocky Road. Yeah, my daughter's talking about making Rocky Road for Christmas, so I know that's coming up soon. So between now and Christmas, she's making homemade Rocky Road. Sounds pretty good to me. Rocky Road ice cream. Oh, yeah, Rocky Road, the chocolate's like with, you can put different things in it, like nuts and marshmallows and jelly, little jelly jubie things, and you can make them a bunch of different ways. Have like different textures in the chocolate. So yeah, but yeah, there is a ice cream that's Rocky Road as well, which is basically, I think it's just ice cream, some sort of flavored ice cream with that Rocky Road chocolate mixed through. So it's like mixed through the chocolate. So you get chunks of chocolate and chunks of marshmallow and different things inside the ice cream. Oh, Shark Scrap is seeing the same, seeing the 15 seconds and 3-minute options. Ooh. A few fans of time travel stuff that comes up, science fiction, concepts. Can we do it for real? All that stuff. Yeah, there's no official word that that's rolling out yet. It's just that some people have observed it. So I think it's early days. We may see that announcement during the week, this week, possibly. Question, has anybody used Grok much? I just have given it a prompt to design a logo. Wow, just wow. I have not used Grok because I don't have YouTube. I think you need YouTube Premium. Not YouTube Premium. Premium on X. I think Grok is included in that. So I haven't checked it out. But I've seen some interesting pictures that people have generated with them. That's interesting. I think they've got some. I think Elon's got something going on there. Let's see. Oh, Jerry's still not seeing the gifts in the Earn tab. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah. Because it's supposed to be fully rolled out now. That's what they tell us. They posted about it the other day. Let's see. Yeah. Could be. I don't know. Let's see. I was a guest on a vertical YouTube direct live. I couldn't comment. Is that because my channel was on as you have to sign in with your channel? Oh, were you doing like the go live together in the YouTube app? Is that what it was? And you got a link pop up and it opens up the app and connects you to that same stream. I think that could be the case. I spent a while since I've tested that feature, the go live together. So that's a bit like the old Instagram, bringing a guest in your top and bottom in a vertical stream. But yeah, we should maybe do that one day as a vertical live stream chat roulette. Put out the go live together, but you have to, the other proviso is if you do it to go live together, you have to stream from the app. You can't stream from like a encoder or third party software to use go live together unless you do it yourself in something like StreamYard. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna add that one. I gotta remember that. I'll remember that. Flux capacitor. Hopefully, there's a GIF or a GIF of a flux capacitor fluxing, because that's what they do. Flux capacitors flux. Ways to earn gifts and then accept the terms of service. Yeah, according to the instructions I saw, that if you go into the Earn tab and then go to where the supers are, that it should be in there, but I'm not 100% sure. And they talk about that you can enable it on desktop, but I'm assuming you should be able to do it in the YouTube app as well. I'm just going, like, the instructions, they do instructions that's in text, and you should have just got to follow step by step. They had instructions for both, so I'm assuming that's the case. Oh, I am not in the right account right now. Actually, no, it doesn't, because yeah, no, I'm not in the US, so I don't know why I'm looking. I'm like, have I got it? No, Doug, you're not in the US. Ah, side by side. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that is. Probably depends on what they've used to put that together. Whether it's like a third party, like a StreamYard or something similar, where you can bring guests in that way, or whether they've it just happened to be like done that way. Greg says, can you give us some insight into how gifted memberships are randomly selected? I see great folks in our chats when I see 15 gifted memberships. Yeah, it is pretty random. Now I've heard quite a few of the streams where, like, you've been in. I know, Greg, you're in your modding streams where people are dropping gifted memberships all the time. You know what? I keep forgetting. I come back from showing the stuff and I forget to put the stuff back up. There we go. Where are we? Okay. I'm going to Google this really quick. YouTube. Let's see what YouTube have to say about it, because my understanding is that they're basing it on interaction with the channel, but it doesn't necessarily have to be interaction in that particular live stream. Like, I've received a gifted membership. Now, I haven't even been in that particular live stream, so you don't have to be in that live stream. What the good thing about that is, what they do is people get the gifted memberships, get an alert, and it brings them to the stream. So it's actually a way that people can use gifted memberships to help more people come to the stream, because they get the alert and go, you've been gifted a membership on such and such a stream. And you go, oh, they're streaming now. Let me jump in and say thank you. And then they're in the stream and they might stick around. So that is one use for it. So they don't necessarily give it out to people who are in the stream at that point of time, although they often do. It's not necessarily the case. So if they've interacted with the channel recently, maybe watched a video, maybe done some comments, maybe commented in the previous live stream chat, something like that, it's just based on general engagement. Now I'm going to look. Somebody on Reddit claims to want to know that same question. I'm going to pull up their help article first, because I'll always like to go to the source, which is YouTube. If I can find a YouTube source, which is basically preferably a help article in the YouTube help pages. Becoming a member, gift memberships. And it talks about, okay, so first the viewers have to be opted in. And I believe now, I think we were talking about last week, some people are gifted memberships. Let me have a look. Thank you for gifting the memberships. Speaking of gifted memberships, Larry's just dropped 5 gifted memberships. And I got to jump to my live stream chat to read out who got those. Let's see if any of these people were in the chat at the time. They went to Gambling Aliens podcast. I don't think I've ever seen them in the live chat before. So this is a case study. Chinny, Sam B, who was in the chat earlier, may still be here. Serenity, and Make It Look Easy, who also has grayed out, and that possibly is a 100,000 subscriber channel. They're the 5 recipients of those. Probably except for Sam B, who was chatting to us earlier in the chat, said hi when they came in. None of those people have been in my live streams in recent times that I recall. So it is obviously working on engagement beyond just live streams. So it's working on engagement in other areas of my channel, whether they've interacted with my channel recently. I don't know, like, the freshness of that, but I would say that it would be relatively fresh. Like, maybe, like, I would like to think, like, in the last week. because you want it to be front of mind to them when they get that gifted membership. Then they go, oh yeah, I remember that channel the other day. And because people now have their gifted memberships opted in globally, then it could happen on any channel that they're subscribed to or any channel that they're interacting with. Back to the article that I pulled up. Does it actually explicitly address this? Let me have a look. Oh, once you've opted in, you're eligible. This is just like a global opt-in. You're eligible to receive gifted memberships from eligible channels that you've interacted with recently. So this is a recency factor. And so I would, I'd like to put in my mind, I'd like to put a week on it, but it could be longer, it could be shorter, it could be like days, it could be a month. I don't know. They don't give you the details, just that the people need to be opted in, and it is based on interaction engagement. Somebody in Reddit asked a question. I want to see if they got an answer. I'm probably going to have to read through too many answers to actually get some reasonable stuff, because it's Reddit. It's Reddit. You gotta wade through the masses and get the right information. All right, I'm going to jump back into the chat. Yeah, they go to fakes I've never seen in the channel. That explains it, because they could have just watched content like a replay or something, and I do sincerely believe that it's been built partially and done that way partially to help bring more people into the live stream, which is a good thing, because it sort of alerts them that, hey, that person's live streaming, and B, you're being gifted a membership. And they often come in, you've probably seen it, they come in and said, oh, I wasn't here, but I was gifted a membership, so whoever gave me that gifted membership, thank you so much. And you see those sorts of comments because they weren't in the stream at the time. And it will be somebody who's maybe recently subscribed or recently engaged in the comments section on a video, maybe even just watched a video from that particular channel, and then they've they've picked one of those up. The Flash can time travel. He certainly can, I tell you. I got a free membership to a channel I had not watched in ages. I left no comment. So it could be like a broader. And the other thing is, how far back they have to go to find people to gift them to will depend on like the volume of gifted memberships maybe that the channel's getting. Obviously, if people are already members because they've already, bought their own membership, then, they're out of the running. People already got those. Previous gifted memberships, like I watch some channels. Greg, you might know Only Planes Network. There's literally guys in there who drop 50 at a time. They drop 50 at a time, multiple 50s in a single stream. And at one point they were getting up they were counting how many gifted memberships in one stream, and they were getting up like the 400-500 gifted memberships. So at some point, the pool you've got to pull from gets lower and lower because everybody's being gifted a membership. And so at some point you start seeing more of these obscure names. So the more gifted memberships that go out, the more YouTube has to look for people to give them to that hopefully have the gifted memberships opted in and have interacted with the channel. And if you go further back, you've got more to interact with. You got to look harder for somebody, basically, which means it's interactions that happened longer ago. So that is a good point. That is a good point. Branded channels cannot receive gifts. I think it's branded channels can't. Oh yeah, you can't get a gifted, but you can buy your own, but you can't receive a gifted. That's the same reason why. Like it's been a year since they launched the whole, hey, you can give away 10 free gifted memberships a month, but the caveat is that your channel can't be a branded channel. I'm like, aren't most channels branded channels these days? Like I've never had the ability to gift memberships, and it's been a year. I'm going to check it now just to be sure. Yeah, I can only send super chats and super stickers to myself. To myself, mind you. Yeah. Can't do that. Can't do that. So that was a thing that we thought was a great idea, but the implementation's been really bad. We haven't been able to like I would like to, like I've suggested since then, is like when we get that working properly, can we have the ability to actually like choose who we give it to instead of letting YouTube pick them, just because they're the 10 a month that we get for free, and we might want to like maybe gift to channel moderators as a perk for being a channel moderator or something like that. There's reasons why that would be a good idea. So we're just hoping YouTube gets that sorted at some point, because that is something that I have never seen operate in the wild, is those free gifted memberships being given out. It won't let me opt in. Yeah, if you their branded channels can't opt in to gifted memberships. That's the whole kink in the iron, and it's been a while, and I thought they would have sorted that out or figured out how to fix that. Because why? It shouldn't be that hard. I think it's something they need to revisit. Nick's going live, so yeah, Nick's going live in about 23 minutes. Wow, I saw the 30-minute alert come up a few minutes ago. Yeah, I think it can go back far based on what you've said, what Karen said about having interacted with those channels for a long time and still getting gifted membership. I think sometimes they're scraping the bottom of the barrel for people to gift to when they get so many gifted memberships on some of these channels. Vague is the word. I think it is good to bring. I think it is a good technique to get people into the live stream by having them get a gifted that they're not in the live stream currently. Like we know that people in the stream also get gifted, but I think the mix is pretty good, because I do see people coming in and saying, "Hey, thanks for the gifted. I wasn't here, but now I am." How do you opt in then? I don't see it anywhere to click to find that. Now, technically, there are a couple of ways. The main easiest way is if somebody gifts memberships in a live chat and you're in it, you should be able to click on that thing up when it goes up the top, whilst it's still like cooling down at the top. You should be able to click on that and it should show you an option to opt in. If you don't see that option, it means you could be on a brand channel. And I think that's the reason why some people don't see it. And I find it hard to show people what that looks like, because I also have a brand channel, so I can't demonstrate it. I have to go to one of my sub channels to look sometimes, and they've changed it. Like I did a short on how to opt into gifted memberships, and that whole process, it sort of works, but it looks different now. All right, see if I can get caught up in the chat here because of that. But I think in the meantime, while I'm looking, we need to drop this.
It's the last call.
It's the last call, so it's the last chance to drop in questions, a comment. If you got something to say, now's the time to drop it in before we wrap things up and head on over to Nimmin Live in about 20 minutes from now. We will be closing this up very soon. You have to have over a $5 level in your join, then you get the 10 free per month. That is part of the 10 free per month. Yeah, you got to not have like a $1.99 level. Your lowest level has to be like the at least the stock standard $4.99 or whatever the conversion is in your currency. But yes, that's right. My background music is very faint. even think that's Creator Mix. I need to do something about that. Let me pull that down. I don't want to see my Wrapped on Spotify. Go away. That's not. That song is not a Creator Mix song. I'm just gonna have to click on that. Okay, that's a Creator Mix song. It's only supposed to play Creator Mix songs, so I don't get any copyright issues. Luckily, it was too faint to listen to. All right. Yes. On the topic of branded channels, what is the difference between a brand channel and a non-brand channel? It just depends on how you set up your channel originally. There's no real difference. There was some differences in giving people permissions to access your back into your channel to do stuff. So you got an editor or a channel manager or something. They used to have like very different ways to allow people to come in. There used to be a difference there, but they've sort of made that a lot similar now. But they still are marked as a brand channel. Brand channel is like if I've got a base channel and then I create another channel that is about something, and instead of giving it like a first name, last name for a channel name, it's just a generic channel name. That's usually what a brand channel will look like when you're setting it up. It'll just be, what do you name this channel? Because it's a brand. It's not like my personal channel, not Doug in the first name, Hewson in the last name, and then that's my channel name. It's like when you can put in like a custom channel name that's just, you've just got one field. You can just put in a sentence. I just put in Doug Hewson YT. You could put in Home Rapid Repair as your channel name, whatever, and just in that single field. If you see that single field as a part of your Google account, that's usually, and it's setting up the channel name and stuff, that's usually a branded channel. And having one or the other doesn't make a lot of difference, except for when it comes to like these gifted membership type things, where it's a bit of an issue. But for anything else to do with YouTube, there's no real difference. Doesn't really matter which way you go. And that means we've got, where's that? There it is. Thank you for the super chat. And this is a super chat from Karen Cole. Thank you for your donation. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the one Great British Pound, the GBP. The GBP. I know that symbol. I know the pound symbol. All right. I'm just seeing what we got. Wish YouTube would change branded rules. We could give yeah, definitely 100%. It looks like when someone gifts memberships to your messenger. Okay, that's what was popping in my messenger just now. I was getting alerts on my watch there. I'm going to check those out between streams. You can now test to see. You can now test to see if option to opt in comes up. Okay, it's good to know. I'm gonna have a look at this real quick. We need to wrap things up though. We've got Nick Nemon coming up fast. Nick and D. Don't do that to me. Gonna have a look at this real quick. You could be the lucky recipient of Doug Hewson YT membership with access, allow gifts. Yes, that's it. So it will look something like that. I'll pull that up. Focus. Just that part below the green there. And you got that blue allow gifts, so you can just opt in that way. So that's the easiest way for people to opt in whilst it's on your, while you're live on a live stream and somebody gifts it. You can use that to just trigger the instance, so then you can be all opted in, and then you get, once you opt in, once you click on that, that takes you to that screen there. Focus. There's a little toggle just there to toggle that on to allow gifts, and that's what it looks like on mobile. I think that's the best way to do it too. All right. Everyone's out of here, and so are we. I think it's time to leave, time to depart. Chat can push my payment. Ah, yes. That as well. That as well. Although I think it only happens on gifted memberships, not on supers. Anyway, more testing to be done. More testing to be done. I want to thank everyone for joining me. A lot of great conversation today. It was a lot of news, so that's all the extra conversation made up for the not being a lot of YouTube news this week. And thanks for the great questions as well. There's been some interesting ones today. So we're out of here. You'll automatically be rolled over. We've already set up the redirect to Niman Live starting in 14 minutes from now. This is Doug. I'll catch you later.